Hi, I'm Miss Betts, the Head of Science here at Waterhead Academy. I hope that you'll find the details contained within this short presentation useful when deciding upon the next stage of your educational journey. I'll take you through the options available to you in science at Key Stage 4. So the course importance then, science helps us to answer our biggest questions and meet the most basic needs, from explaining the deepest mysteries of the universe to the structure of elementary particles that form atoms. The findings of science have fundamentally shaped every aspect of our world. Science drives innovation, creates new knowledge to help us solve current and future problems. Every student will take science. This is not optional. However, the depth to which you study the sciences is the decision you need to make. GCSE Science Trilogy is the route taken by most students. This is also called double science. This pathway allows you to study all three specialisms, biology, chemistry and physics, to a depth that will award you with 2 GCSE Science grades at the end of Year 11. However, if you are passionate about the subject or have formulated thoughts on a possible career route that is related to science, you may want to consider taking science as one of your options, on top of the normally allocated lessons of science. This affords you more time to study the subject and consequently enables greater coverage of the 3 core sciences. You will therefore be entered for 3 separate GCSEs, one in biology, one in chemistry, and one in physics. Whichever route you decide to take, a number of key topics are covered. In biology, for example, you will learn about ecology, inheritance, and organisation of the human body. If you opt for the triple science route, many of these topics are studied but in greater detail. In physics, however, one significant difference is the addition of the topic of space. This is only taught on the triple route. It's important to be aware that math skills and practical science skills are also developed within each of these topics. For structure and assessment, both pathways are linear. All acquired skills and knowledge are assessed by examination at the end of Year 11. There is no practical coursework element. The practical skills are assessed within the examination alongside mathematical, reasoning, and scientific communication skills. For example, in addition to your ability to apply the scientific knowledge that you've developed. You will sit a total of 6 papers, 2 for each subject, so a paper 1 in biology and a paper 2 in biology, and the same is repeated in chemistry and physics. The only difference between the trilogy and the triple sciences is the length of the paper. Triple scientists will sit papers that will each last 1 hour 45 minutes, compared to trilogy students who will sit papers lasting 1 hour 15 minutes. If we take a closer look at a typical lesson in science, none of them will be the same. However, the structure of lessons will follow a similar sequence. We will begin with a review or recall of previously learned ideas, followed by the introduction of a new concept, skill, or idea. From there, you will begin to apply this knowledge, first guided and supported by your teacher, before being expected to engage with the new learning independently. This may take the form of a demonstration of a skill or a piece of written work to embed your newly acquired knowledge. Finally, lessons will conclude with a brief review of your understanding of the concepts learned in the lesson. Over time, lessons will be sequenced to develop more complex ideas over a series of lessons to explore in greater depth. Skills learned in earlier lessons will also be drawn upon in subsequent lessons as you move through your topic. If we consider where this fits in on your educational journey, we'll take a closer look at the post-16. There are a number of careers that can be worked towards from the GCSE starting point after having achieved your science qualifications here at Waterhead. Your next steps can take one of the pathways shown here, from the A-level route, which is a more academic and traditional route, to the newer T-level options offering a range of subjects where science would have application. A closer look at some of these careers. Specifically in biology, you might want to explore things like becoming a sports scientist, a zoologist, a veterinarian, a doctor. And again, in chemistry, there are lots of specific examples there. You might consider pharmacology or quality control. You might want to consider becoming a forensic scientist. And in physics, again, there are specific examples of careers. So nuclear engineering, meteorology, and many, many more. Post 16, there are many options available at our local Oldham colleges, but don't be afraid to explore colleges further afield to see what is on offer. There are many potential routes to careers directly, but also indirectly related to science. If you have a look at the importance of the transferable skills, science has application across a broad spectrum of career options. In science, you develop a wide range of skills. The ability to question, design, execute, evaluate, and produce conclusions that can be directly communicated and clearly communicated are highly sought after. They therefore have an application across a spectrum of other careers. For example, within politics, advisors on key issues are called in to support decision making. Within journalism, researchers are expected to have a field of specialism so that they can report from a position of sound understanding. There are many careers in which staff are required to design and run projects, which in turn require evaluation of the outcomes. For this reason, people with science qualifications are highly sought after. If you don't yet have a fixed career path in mind, a firm grasp of science will open most career opportunities. Science also opens doors for travel, a wide variety of experiences, and the future of science is constantly advancing. So the applications for science skills are incredibly extensive. So that brings us to the end of this presentation. Further details of staff contacts and useful websites are available should you need additional information. Thank you.